Are you ready? You thought we'd sleep, no time to weep. We're here again, let Alpha reign. Money, 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 Mithril money. Building stats like gold and honey. The code is tweaked, the volume's run. The Alpha's back, the Friday fun. You thought we'd sleep, no time to weep. We're here again, let Alpha reign. Money, 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 Mithril money. Hey, yeah! Money, 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 Mithril money. Can you dig it? Oh, hit me! You thought we'd sleep, no time to weep. We're here again, let it out for rain. Mithril money in the house. Money, 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 Mithril money. Ha!
Welcome everyone to another week of Alpha Friday. Yo. Awesome to see everyone in here. Sorry, my computer is running very hot today, so there might be some glitches, bug delays, but it's running hot for very good reasons, and we're going to get into that shortly. First of all, we're about to round up the March guild or the March sprint. We have a couple of more quests that just went live, and we might have some last minute quests going out early next week. But then, of course, we're going to distribute the 500 as always to the top 10 in the monthly sprint. And then we're going to launch a new one for April. And the April one will be a bit juicy because it will very much, it will have a lot of new quests. It will have use completely new products, completely new features. And that's what we're going to dive into today. But before we dive into that part, we also have a new Pacifica competition that actually went live 3 days ago. Thank you so much, Sanders. We've been very much in the trenches building, so we haven't been as active on socials over the last week. But thank you, Sanders, you're a champ, for nudging us about the competition. It is the DeFi versus TradeFi on Pacifica. I think it's 300,000 Pacifica points that is going to be distributed. It's similar to the competition, so it's looking at volume plus P&L divided. And Mithril have joined Team DeFi, or at least I have, based on Sanders' recommendation, because I checked the leaderboard, and they are the ones in the lead. So if you guys want to earn some extra Pacifica points over the next couple of weeks, definitely recommend checking it out. It's always good to get a bit of a boost on the points and to take advantage of these opportunities. Without any further ado, we can also just look super quickly at the numbers. So this week we have done, I have so many Mithril tabs up, it's hard to know. We are at $366 million in all-time volume. And in the last 24 hours, we have done 2.1. And in the last 7 days, we've done roughly 11.1 or 11,133,000. It's really cool to see the delta neutral, though. The delta neutral has been popping off a lot more in the last 10 days than it has previously, which is super fun to see. I can see that the funding distributed is now up over $12,000. So it's great to see that people are checking out the delta neutral. I think when we have ranging markets, so not that much volatility, the delta neutral is a great tool to build some P&L, or at least that has been my experience.
And also, like recently, we saw that the exchange, they really put a lot of emphasis on open interest. So like when I see some of you guys that share the point and the volume you made, like you have a very good capital efficiency. So yeah, congrats to all of you that are making banks in points with Delta Neutral.
Exactly. All right, now we're going to jump into, we've had a couple of big releases this week. But not all of them are public, so I need to be a little bit careful. We released the white paper earlier this week or yesterday, and the white paper is outlining the big pieces. It's not sharing everything because we want to keep some stuff closer to our chest until we're ready to sort of roll it out. But just to give an overview of what the light paper goes over, it's essentially visualizing our vision, right? We imagine a world where anyone can essentially do what we have done with Mithril. Anyone can create a trading bot platform. They can create delta neutrals. They can create specialized strategies. It might be that they want to do a dashboard. I myself am very interested in big liquidity events. If you saw, there was a big liquidity event a couple of days ago where somebody profited $60 million in roughly 30 minutes. They went short. They went long the S&P and short oil, or the opposite, where it's too much data, and made a big bag of money. And then they did that 5 minutes before the market knew. So most likely it was some sort of insider close to the president. I will never know. But what I do know is it is very possible to track liquidity. So seeing that amount of liquidity hit the market, it would have been very fun and interesting to have a scalper that essentially monitored for big liquidity events and then took action based on the liquidity. So that's definitely something that I want to try and build in the not so distant future. But so this is what we imagine. We imagine Mithril being the tooling that allows anyone to really execute on their idea. And the bot builder was step 1. The API was step 2. And
API, Alex.
Sorry. We've been building all morning. I've been looking too much at other numbers. My apologies. The API was the step that we were working on. But something interesting happened during the weekend and during this week. Thomas, can you share a little bit? Because we thought that the Mithril Builder would be available in 2-3 months.
Yeah, true. The way we approach things is a bit sequential. Like with the API, we want to make a very big piece of infrastructure that is about to be connected with everything that is financial. Right now, our Mithril API covers mostly perplexes, like 6. It's nice, but it's still a very small niche. In the future, we want to expand it a lot, like to normal DeFi platform, like to connect it to Jupiter on Solana or to Uniswap on ETH. And this is very much something we want to do to expand the capabilities of the API to allow to trade in more different places and venues and stuff. Then we want to connect like TradFi application, like stock brokers that support API, even wallet connect, so you can use the API to build an application to connect your wallet. So we want to really expand on the integration of the API, basically. But we don't want to spend 3 months to create a huge API and then to see what's the next step. So that's why we want to build a bit, to move 2 phases in parallel, let's say. So right now we have an API, that is what Alex is showing. We have, we think, a good documentation that allows you to feed your favorite LLM with the docs, and LLM will understand how to use it, and you can build something with it. But at the same time, we were like, now we have this very big infrastructure base. It is super nice. But the best case scenario would be to be able to directly from the Mithril ecosystem to build with our own infrastructure. So that's why we wanted to create, very much like you can see a few app builders like Lovable, like Base, like a few others. We wanted to have something similar, but is like trained on our API, so it can handle it perfectly, trained on the data, and like will always get better to do, because we have access to all the API from the data that is like kind of a proprietary data. So we can have a feedback loop to train our builder. And this is what Alex is showing. So this is kind of the first unofficial release of the Mithril Builder, app builder, where it's very simple. It's if you want to build a trading app, a financial app, a dashboard, a bot, whatever you want that involve some kind of financial stuff, then this should be the best place to do it. And here Alex is showcasing. So you can see you have like a normal kind of app builder with, on the left, you have the chat. So you speak with an agent. This is our own agent that we train, which has like very deep knowledge of the Mithril API, how to use all the different exchanges to connect to them. And like, how many prompts you needed, Alex, to build this delta neutral dashboard? If you can explain a bit like the experience you had with it.
So the beautiful thing here, right, is that a lot of these Legos work together. So what I did is that I went to the API builder and I literally copied prompt download specs, and I went to the Mithril builder and I put that in, and pretty much like not out of the box, but getting close to it. I might have to do, say, 5 prompts or something like that to be able to start my first trade. And then I've done a lot more prompts because I've added, as you see, I've added some APY, I've added APY over time, I've added multiple exchanges, I've added an exchange selector so that I can select what exchanges I want to show so that we can run some tests. I've added the direct call to action button so that I can open up the ARB position. But so like using the template provided at apy.mithril, essentially I was able to get started in probably 10-15 minutes with 5-6 prompts. And then the first prompt and the SDK is really just what you need. And then what I did was that I made some feedback loops clear so that I could better sort of check if something was failing, where is it failing. But what I think is really, really cool here is that if we take one step back, so the API is live for anyone to play around with and use. I would highly recommend going to apy.mithril.money and to get your API key and view the API docs. This is going to be super powerful for anyone that is already building using their own OpenClaw, using their own terminal or CLI, whether you use Visual Code or any of the other ones. This is quite literally one API that you will get more and more superpowers from. Currently, we have 5 exchanges connected to it. There is 3 more that we're literally onboarding. So one of the exciting things with this as well is that it enables us to on-ramp a lot more venues, whether they're crypto or as Thomas alluded to, venues as well, because we really want this to be where anyone can go and essentially get superpowers for whatever financial app, dashboard, product that you're building, so that you don't need to deal with the execution environment at all. You can essentially just say, I want to buy crypto, I want to go long, I want to have prediction markets, I want to have stocks, I want to have commodities. You should be able to access it all. And this API is really the starting point of that. You can use this, and I've used it, we can literally, that's in another browser. But if you have seen, I think the early builder group, I've shared at least 2 videos where I've taken this prompt and the file and uploaded it to Lovable. And then I don't think I'm lying when I'm saying it was a one-click deploy. Like literally prompt and then file and then let it run. And then from that, I could add my API credentials so that it's connected to my wallet on Pacifica or Paradex. And then I could actually launch a trade. So it makes it exponentially easier for anyone in the world to essentially build their own wealth management platform, their own trading dashboard, their own research opportunity research dashboard that can also take action. And this API is now baked into the Mithril Builder. But so the Mithril Builder very much enables anyone that still think this sort of stuff is a little bit scary or just I don't have the time for it to jump straight into it. Because this is quite literally, we can see if I can jump back to the, you can see that right now I've done 54 back and forth. But that is a lot of me changes. With
you're cutting quite a lot, Alex. I don't know
funding
if
rate.
it's me or you. Or...
It's probably me. I need to stop. I will stop my screen sharing because I think it gets heavy for my computer.
I can share. Wait, can I? You should share screen. Oh yeah.
There we go. I can see it coming up.
It's not as nice as you. I didn't. I made something a bit different. Try to copy like CoinMarketCap. But yeah, I'm doing some testing. Also.
Actually, like one thing I really want to do is like a market regime page, but with way more signals. And then I'm going to automate it so that each day or each 24 hours, it takes the highest probability bets out of all of the market regimes and just place them and then waits 24 hours, close them, opens up new ones. I like how it looks, man. Okay, wait, we got to answer some questions. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. Is it possible to add more exchanges like Phoenix, Solana, and others? So what's exciting to us building this is that we're going to be able to add so many more execution environments, aka exchanges, whether it's exchanges, DEX, Jupiter's, like the speed by which we can on-ramp a new exchange, if I can call them that just to simplify it, has gone up incredibly. I think in just the last 7 days, Toma has essentially added 3 new exchanges / prediction market. But correct me if I'm wrong, Toma. I know that you're still doing a bit of error handling on them, but pretty much 3 in 1 week.
Exactly. Like before it was maybe 2 weeks for one, and like right now we can do 90% of the way in half a day, and then we need to have like the longest right now is testing and debugging.
Paul, great question. I tried the prompt spec on Lovable, was already nice. Thank you very much. I had a similar experience. I would love to hear what template you used, if you want to comment that to see if we did the same ones or if you went for a new one. Organize, where is it going to run the app generated from the Mithril website prompt? Toma, take it away, because this is something that we literally discussed 2 days ago. And I borderline think that by the end of the day today, the solution is possibly live.
It is live for us to test at least. So right now what you see on the screen, this is a code that is live. All the code is stored on our database for now. And then you have your local browser that is, oh, nice, you see, you fixed it in one prompt. This runs on your local browser. Then if you want, you can go there and click update. And you see, it has a live URL, very much like Lovable. And that will make it accessible. I don't want to do it because probably sure it's failing because we had some issue with that. Wait, okay, let's see. But yeah, so you can have a shared URL basically. But the heart of the engine is still on our own database. Oh, nice, it worked. So let's see.
You got to drop that in the comments so that people can check out your build.
It's not super fancy, but it's nice that it's working at least. Where I will share it like this. So you see now it's kind of my own URL with
Sorry, wait. I
mithril.money.
need to. For some reason, it dropped. Now it's back. Sorry. Now the screen share is back.
Okay. So it's yeah. Right now it's worked like this. It doesn't work yet on mobile for the preview. It's something we want to address at some point, but we want to take it a bit step by step. So when this is very strong, and when this creation of project is very strong, we will add more integration, because at the end of the day, the more integration we have, the more stuff we can do. And we will also add the integration of Stripe. So for example, if you want to create an app that you want to monetize, you can just go on Builder Mithril and create an app and say, add the Stripe integration. So I want to have like a subscription model, and it will do it. This is exactly what we want to do. It's like to decrease the threshold to entry to create and sell and monetize your own apps, basically.
Yeah. Awesome, Paul. Then I also know that you tried the scanner. Super cool. It's one of my favorites. I think really automizing like a delta neutral scanner plus execution is probably what I'm going to be looking at this weekend, because now I have the scanner. Now I just want to, and I have the scanner plus execution. Now I just want to automate essentially the interval of the execution. Thank you so much for sharing, Thomas. So the big sort of news this week is the light paper, but we had along that roadmap than we thought. We've essentially jumped 3 months ahead. So the API is live. You can access it on api.mithril.money. And that is a great starting kit if you are already building. So if I can simplify, like if you're already a developer or if you're already building stuff and you just want to have superpowers either for your agent, for your dashboard, for your strategy, and you want to have direct access to at least 5 exchanges, a lot more coming very, very soon, then the Mithril API is like the best skill for your Claude, OpenClaw agent or Claw. And it's literally superpowers. I've tried it. A couple of other people have tried it. I would recommend Lovable if you want to have fun with it like that. But the really, really cool stuff is that the builder.mithril is very much being fast-tracked. We're not going to release it this week, but as you can see, we're very much ramping up internal testing. We have a couple of templates. I did do the coin flip game as well just today in the Mithril Builder, and that's live and working. And that I can honestly say was 2 prompts. I copied the prompt, downloaded the file, uploaded it, and because how the builder works, I already have an API account. So then via the builder, actually, Thomas, if you can explain a bit more of this, I will just do the layman version that I understand, and then if you want to elaborate. My builder account connects to my API account and just went, I found all of your credentials that you've used for the API. Now, do you want to use them? So I could literally go, yes, please import my API credentials, and boom. So 1 prompt, 1 file, and then I said yes to that setting. And then I could literally play a casino game that I created myself using liquidity from, in this example, I was using Extended as the backend. But Tom, how does that work a little bit? Like, why should people go and set up the api.mithril key now? Because in my opinion, that made my creation of games and apps on the builder a lot easier.
If you create an app, because like all the apps that are built from our builder are leveraging our API just to make it super integrated. So you need both, but you don't really need to create one right now because it's already fully integrated from within the builder. I will just share quickly again this part. So from the builder, I've got a tab that is like the API tab, and you can see that this I'm connecting with my account, and these are my keys, and I can just click and use this one for the project. And that's it. Or you can create a new one if you want, new key, and we will create a new key, and you will see it here. That's it. And then you can choose to use it, because you will need a key to make this thing work. And the way we want to do it is like, if you have a subscription to the builder, then you don't need to pay extra for the key. If you only want the key, you can take only the key, the API subscription. So we want to make it easy a bit for everyone, for the builders, for the users of the API only, this kind of thing.
So that's the big news of the week, is that this builder is coming a lot sooner than expected. Thomas, when are we planning to release this to the community? And do we have a little bit of a gift to the Mithril community as this is going to get released?
But I think hopefully we can have it by next week, just so it won't be super polished, but it won't be too shit, obviously, like too many errors. Like for example, one of the big part of the product is because we are using other companies' LLMs, right? We don't have our model, at least not yet. So we need to think very well what is the best model for the best task. So we have like an entire system of LLM routing that is kind of our secret sauce. Or we say, okay, if the users, we try to detect the user's intent with an action. We understand this is the intent, is it high complexity or not, and then we route to the best model. So it's using the least tokens or the least credit for the users while still having the best performance on the result. So yeah, we need to fix a bit this kind of stuff, and we need data point to have the best, to find the best balance, basically. So we will try to release next week, unless we see we have a huge bug. But yeah, by Wednesday should be open, at least to have our strong community. And like the first few weeks or months will be just go ahead, have some fun, and it's free to use for the users of bots.mithril, of course. And then we will see how long we need the testing phase to last, when we feel confident enough to have like a real go-to-market and start making noise with it.
Because if you're wondering like what's the difference between the Mithril Builder and something like Lovable or OpenClaw or CloudBot, it's that it comes pre-learned on a lot of this. So it comes sort of trained on trading, on execution. It comes with the execution layer. So you don't need to deal with API integrations from different exchanges. You don't need to deal with the schema, the language by which you place an order, stop loss, take profit, all of these sort of guardrails and safety mechanisms. In addition to that, we already have quite a decent amount of data from generating a bit over $250 million in volume. So the cool thing with this is that as the Mithril Builder gets released and as more and more people use it, we move into stage 3, which is where we provide more and more templates, some probably built by me and Thomas, and some built by you guys. And those templates you're going to be able to monetize. Just like Thomas said, you're going to be able to charge people for using them. You're also going to get a kickback on the volume created by your build. So for example, say that you generate 100 million or something like that in trading volume, then you would probably earn something like 7K. Now I'm just using the base 1 BIP, which is what most builders charge on the volume that they generate for a DIX. But stage 3 is going to be more and more templates. And as we see mature templates and wide usage, we're going to open up the marketplace, which is essentially going to be an app store, but where you have your own financial apps / dashboards, bots, agents, agentic systems that you can really push out via Mithril's marketplace. We will help to amplify and distribute the things that you create. So right now, we thought we would be at stage 1 a bit longer, but stage 1 was the bot builder, so bot.mithril and the API. The API we released to the earlier builder community last week, and we were planning to release that this week to everyone. It is released to everyone, so anyone that wants to go and check it out, Toma, my computer is very much crashing. If you want to share just the URL to the API so that people can try it out, I would highly recommend going to the example page and literally copy the prompt, download the file, and put that into Lovable for each of the projects to have a very quick and seamless experience. So stage 1 is now completed, which was the bot plus API. Stage 2 was the builder, or is the builder. We thought stage 2 we would start stage 2 maybe in June, July. Surprise! Stage 2 is happening a lot quicker than we thought, which is fantastic, of course, and it's very fun, and hopefully it lowers the threshold for even more people to join and build their own. I so look forward to see what people build and what I'm going to build myself.
Yeah. Well, we are losing you a bit, Alex.
We're not going to rush this, right? We really a lot of the different edge. We're gonna see. Am I back now, or is it? Yeah, now it seems to be back. Okay, sorry, it's too many tabs running at the same time on this computer now. We're not going to rush this stage. We really want to get the API out a bit, because we would love to hear people's feedback from how they use it in the terminal, how they use it in their CLI or Lovable. Like, really send us your feedback. If there's anything that you find, we definitely want to make sure that the API becomes a seamless experience for maybe dev teams and builders in the space, as well as individuals that are a bit more tech savvy. And then the builder, we will most likely release to the community. So you guys are going to get a bit of early access. You're not going to be charged for it, so you're going to get to use it for free. We will take the cost of the tokens for the time being. We will see how long we can do that, because we do need to pay for the compute and the inference. But for the time being, we're going to cover the cost for all of the users that have used bot.mithril, so that you can build and try it out. And then eventually, as we build more stuff together, more and more templates are going to be propagated. And then when we have enough high quality templates, we're going to open up essentially a new marketplace for these kind of applications. Sorry, I'm just going to read some comments. Sanders, you OG. The builder is an absolute game changer. Not everyone wants to muck about with Vercel, Lovable, and all that. Very, very true. We got a little bit of that feedback, so I'm very excited about it, and I think it will open up. I don't want to be too bold and too brave in my estimates, but like, I think something like this can really be what helps bring a ton of new people into crypto, because it becomes a complete abstraction from crypto, right? Like, if we can quite quickly and securely add other exchanges, TradeFi venues, Stripe, stuff like this, then it really becomes an abstraction layer, so that you can just go. Well, I mean, like, it would be. Now I'm thinking a little bit about content, because me and Tom have discussed it, but it would be very fun to literally just sit on Twitter and be like, take all of the Polymarket bots and all of the influencers that are like I'm using fair value gap and I'm making $1,000 a day. Sorry, yeah, it's my. I think I might need to take off my camera for a little bit. Here we have the API URL, so that anyone that wants to experiment with the API, you're more than welcome to do so. We are going to have a bit more content go out next week on the API and some tutorials. And then the builder as well is going to come out mid next week for you guys. I agree with Steven. Let's fucking go. This is very, very exciting. And I think, yeah, we're going to take it step by step. We really want to prioritize user feedback and implementing that as soon as possible. So really, we're not looking to like get the widest distribution on Wednesday or Thursday when we release it, but we really want you guys to test it out, battle test it, try and break it as much as possible. And we're most likely going to open up, or we might keep the TG Mithril tester group so that you can quickly share feedback on your experience, what's not working, so that we can make the builder something that is borderline foolproof. It will never be completely foolproof, but yeah, we very much look forward to the next couple of weeks and building this together with you guys, because I think that something like this has been missing in crypto for a very long time. And the fact that you now have essentially a lovable for Web3 is to me very, very exciting. I'm going to see if I can close down some tabs. Toma, if you want to take the mic, I will just mute myself and see if I can get my.
We could hear you perfectly. Just we don't have your face, but we can live with it. I mean.
Good to hear. Well, I'm not going to drag it out longer. Sorry, I made it a bit longer than we were trying to keep these under 30. But so what can you expect? Check out the API, play around with that a little bit. Mithril Builder is going to come next week. Sorry, we've been a bit slower on socials this week. We are most likely going to be a little bit slower on socials over the next coming weeks as well, because our focus and our prize been recorded this week that we're going to start sharing hopefully in the next 8 to 10 days. It's going to go over to the editors. And with that, hopefully we can have some tutorials and some how-to guides on how you can create your first game, your first fine research and execution in something like a Delta Neutral scanner. We're aiming to have some base templates available for you guys when it goes live next week for the Mithril OG community. Toma, anything you want to add to that, or should I share the little code that we have?
No, I think nothing more than what we said already. Like this is a bit of like a pivot we're doing with Mithril, taking it more infra-based and builder-oriented. And as you said, Alex, like I'm very excited also to see what people will be cooking, what kind of apps will be created, and if we are able to create like an economy within our ecosystem where people can monetize our thing, when we can kind of advertise the best apps or project from our marketplace. Like I'm very excited with all of this, with this vision. And if you guys you have any feedback, any comment, anything like if you think this is a good direction, if you think we are missing something or we should focus on something more specific, like let us know, because we try to collect feedback from a lot of people at the same time, but sometimes we also power through the week to try to go as fast as we can. So yeah, send us your feedback on X, on DM, whatever, and like it's very important for us to understand how you feel about this, because we're not doing it only for us, right? We want people to use it. So yeah, tell us what you think, and like when it will be available next week. So it's going to be exciting to get your feedback. But thanks for being there, for listening, and Alex, you can share the code. Did we lose Alex? I see. The code is light paper. Light paper. I don't know if Alex already created the quest. Probably he did. So you can join
So the
on the guild. We lost you completely this time. But you can join the guild,
Sorry,
type in the codes, and thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful weekend. See you next week. And thanks as always.
I can't play any outro music this time because if I try and change tab, my computer completely freezes up. I need to do a restart. Code is light paper. I don't know if Thomas said it. Hopefully he did. I think he did. He usually is on this stuff. And the quest is actually live. So we had time to do our homework a bit. I hope all of you have a fantastic week to build maybe some stuff in public with you guys. Maybe we do a little live build or something like that once a week. Let us know what you think. Until then, have a wonderful weekend. And happy trading. All the best. The code is light paper. Make sure to share it. Somebody missed it. All the best, people. Take care. I'm just going to do a quick little show reel. Fantastic. Okay. Have the best time, guys.